Assuming Jalen is playing tonight, is there going to be something specific that you're looking for from him? If you could adjust your expectations at all in his first game back, or the same as you?
Yeah, expectations are definitely adjusted. His minutes won't be very high. This will be the first time he's played 5-on-5 since he got injured. So he will be on minute restriction. And it's been the first time he's played in a month, so I can't really expect, I want him to get his feet wet. I want him to enjoy being back on the floor. I want him to hopefully improve on some of the things that he's been kind of concentrating on as far as, quick decisions, defensive rotations, that kind of thing. But most of all, I just want him to play, and we'll kind of go from there.
Do you have a target number in mind for minutes?
I do.
That you're not going to share?
Coach, in the midst of playing in the back-to-backs like that, how hard is coming off a game 2 on 3 last night against such a physical team like the Milwaukee Bucks, and they got to play again tonight?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, this stretch has been a beast. It's been 9 games in 9 cities in 14 days. So this is no joke, but everybody goes through it. So, we wish we could have played better last night, and hopefully tonight we have an opportunity, obviously, to play better and kind of correct some of the mistakes that we made last night. So as it can be taxing physically and mentally, and we got it at 2:00 in the morning and everything, that's part of the NBA. And that's another learning step for our group as far as being prepared for last night's game, and then quick turnaround, watch the film, do a little walkthrough in the ballroom today, and be ready to play tonight.
How beneficial is it for you to wrap up this stretch and kind of carry forward and be able to play 2 games in 2 nights?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. He hadn't been playing back-to-backs, obviously, and for him to play this last one before our small break is really good, because he's been so good for us, like so steady and dependable on both ends of the floor. So yeah, to have him on the floor any game is great, but both ends of a back-to-back is really good.
For people around here, they don't realize, it doesn't seem like he's been in the league for 14 years. They remember him in college and high school. What's been the key to his longevity and the way he's been able to play? And this is his 14th year.
Yeah, I mean, he takes great care of his body. His preparation is good. He has a mindset where he is he's perfect for our group. He is so steady, and we need that for our young guys. We need our guys to see that worker, that steadiness. And then the way that he plays as far as shooting threes and then driving hard to the basket and using his body and getting to the free throw line. But also on the defensive end, he is someone who can guard his man. And that is what we're aspiring a lot of our guys to be, as far as the professional, the offensive player, and the defensive player.
Coach, there's so much you have to worry about. How hard is it off the court to focus on trying to keep your players out of the health and safety protocol, especially with the way that the amount of players are being added every day?
Yeah, it's hard. It's something you think about, and the one thing that you can do that we know of is mask up. So we try to mask up, and like during our walkthrough, everybody's masked today, and making sure that you're just trying. You don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows these teams, and I'm sure they're kind of doing it the same way that we are. And it just seems almost like a roll of the dice. But we have had conversations around it. We're doing our best to mask up, and we'll see.
It's surprising to see the amount of players that are being added daily, though.
It's surprising. I have no idea the medical part at all, but just the life and basketball part it's amazing. Every day there's 2 or 3, 10 new guys on the list, and it's kind of scary. I mean, thankfully and luckily, I guess, that it's doesn't seem to be as serious as it could be. But what if it were? That would be really tough. So we're learning lessons right now.
Any more questions in the room? All right, we have one question on Zoom from Ali Khan. Go ahead, please.
I wanted to ask you about Josh. When you're developing a player like that, would you like him to focus on a specific position, or with the raw skills that he has, do you want him to be able to dabble in different types of areas to work on? What is your approach, or what is the team's approach when you're working to develop young players like that?
Yeah, we don't want to put him in a box for sure, but we want him to be able to explore his game and then kind of take it from there. But a great comparison or someone that he can look towards is Eric Gordon, someone who can handle the ball and get us organized offensively, someone who can defend his guy and put a lot of pressure on the ball, and then drive to the hoop strong and finish. So those are the things we've been working on with him as far as kind of being similar and different at the same time. He can drive the ball hard. He's not the shooter that Eric is yet, but he's working on that. And then the defender, that will come with time and reps and experience. But right now he's doing a good job of that. So kind of look at the guy and see what he could possibly be. Don't put any limits on him. But then, as you see things that kind of creep up, you foster those and lean into them.